Hi, my name is Martin Orlando. Welcome to my hobby YouTube channel. Today I have the first installment of the collaborations CDs in my collection. Here's Barcelona Gold. This was for the 1992 Olympics and it had a big hit, number one hit on this one. It was by Madonna. This used to be my playground. The other songs that were hits on here were Barcelona by Freddie Mercury and Montserrat Cabell, Tevin Campbell and our one song, Anita Baker, How Fast, How Far, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince with Higher Baby, Keith Sweat, Keep It Comin', En Vogue, Free Your Mind, Damn Yankees had Don't Tread on Me, In Excess, Not Enough Time, Rod Stewart, Go Out Dancing, Travis Tritt had Texas Flyer, Randy Travis had The Heart to Climb the Mountain, Mark Cohn had Old Soldier, there's Madonna's song again, Luis Miguel had No Say Tu, Eric Clapton had a remake of Wonderful Tonight, Natalie Cole, Love Is Here to Stay, and Jose Carreras and Sarah Brightman, Friends for Life, Amigos para Siempre. That was the official song of the Barcelona games. Every single song hit on the countdown, my countdown, back in '92 from the Olympics. And we got not many pictures off of this one. Just a guy swimming. That's Barcelona Gold. Okay, next is an album called Brainwaves. This was put out by the Levi Company back in 99. Some of the songs that were hits on here were Welcome to the Fold by Filter. Spoon by Kaibo Mato. Basement Show was the biggest hit on here by Citizen King. Gus Gus had Lady Shave. Moloko had Sing It Back. That was also on the Batman, one of the Batman movies. I want to say Batman Forever, maybe? I'm not sure. Somewhere on here. Oh yeah, it was this Batman movie here. That was also on that one. Batman and Robin. Solar Twins had a version of Rock the Casbah. Shooty's Groove had L Train. The Flaming Lips had Buggin'. The Living End had Growing Up, Falling Down. Housley had Coming Up Roses. The Pretenders' Who's Who. This Way and Crawl. And let's see, Paul Oakenfold, Gus Gus, Purple. So a lot of dance and alternative songs from the 90s. And this was in 99. I got this for buying some Levi's and they gave some CDs away. That was called Brainwaves. Here's an interesting collaboration. I Bailar con Chupacabras. Let's see, got a lot of... This one had the Chupacabras song. That's why I got it. El Chupacabras. Banda Rugido was the name of the group. I'll just run them through. Te Aprovecha. Grupo Limite. Zaleta Loca. Los Fugitivos, Señor Locutor, Iridion, La Plaga, Los Prado, Mi Chica Burger, Sharandam Band, Judy con Disfraz, MR7, the Spanish version of Judy in Disguise. If you remember that song from the 60s. La Felicidad, Angelica Maria, 15 Años, Los Fantasmas del Caribe, and El Venio by Banda Rugido, the same group that did the Chupacabra song. This is like for 15 Quinceañera song, and the La Felicidad is just a festival song, probably around Christmas time. And that's all Bailar con el Chupacabras. I got this back in 96. I was looking for that Chupacabra song that sounded like Macarena. All right. Classic 50s Hits, Volume 1. I went back to the 50s on this one. There Goes My Baby by the Drifters. The Great Pretender by the Platters. Long Tall Sally by Little Richard. Love Letters in the Sand, Pat Boone. Great Balls of Fire, Jerry Lee Lewis. Blueberry Hill, Fats Domino. Kansas City, Wilbert Harrison. Big Man, The Four Preps. Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley. And Come Go With Me by the Del Vikings. The ones that don't have much, I won't show you the insides, because there's not much on those. And here's Classic Country, Great Duets. This features Conway and Loretta. Conway Twitty, Loretta Lynn. There's the song Feelings. Jackson, Johnny Cash with June Carter. Louisiana Woman, Mississippi Man. Loretta Lynn with Conway Twitty. Couple of hits of theirs. Golden Ring, George Jones with Tammy Wynette. Don't Let Me Cross Over, Carl Butler and Pearl Butler. Holding On to Nothing, Porter Wagner with Dolly Parton. Loose Talk, Buck Owens with Rose Maddox. For Loving You, Bill Anderson with Jan Howard. We've Got Tonight, Kenny Rogers with Sheena Easton. You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma, David Frizzell with Shelley West. Suspicious Minds, Waylon Jennings with Jesse Coulter. My Elusive Dreams, David Houston with Tammy Wynette. A Place to Fall Apart, Merle Haggard with Janny Fricke. Conway Twitty with Loretta Lynn, Feelings. Islands in the Stream, Kenny Rogers with Dolly Parton. You and I, Eddie Rabbitt with Crystal Gale. Meet Me in Montana, Marie Osmond with Dan Seals. If I Were a Carpenter, Johnny Cash with June Carter Cash, his wife. We're Gonna Hold On, George Jones with Tammy Wynette. I Will Always Love You, Dolly Parton with Vince Gill. We Believe in Happy Endings, Earl Thomas Conley with Emmylou Harris. I got this back in 2004. I just picked it up with a lot of good country songs on it. There's Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton, her husband. Loretta Lynn, Conway Twitty. There's Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash. And George Jones and Tammy Wynette. This was a Time Life music collection. Okay, now I got 18 disco super hits. And it shows a few people there. Let's see. Chic and Good Times. The Pointer Sisters, Automatic. Daryl Hall and John Oates, Kiss on My List. Evelyn Champagne King, Shame. Vicky Sue Robinson, Turn the Beat Around. The Silvers, Boogie Fever. Samantha Sang, Emotion. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, December 1963, Oh What a Night. Anita Ward, Ring My Bell. Blondie and Call Me. Kool and the Gang, Ladies Night. Peter Brown, Do You Want to Get Funky With Me? Foxy, Get Off. George McRae, Rock Your Body. Rock Your Baby. Devo, Working in the Coal Mine. Discotheques and His Sexolettes, Get Dancin'. Silver Convention and Get Up and Boogie, That's Right. Yarborough and Peoples, Don't Stop the Music. These are all dance classics from disco time. Around 78 to 79, 80. This just had other volumes that are available in the 18 hits series. I never found any others. I got this at Tower Records back in 96. And the last one today on this collaborations video, part 1. I got George Martin. This was he's a producer of the Beatles, a lot of the Beatles hits, and a couple other groups later. He called this In My Life. Made this right before he passed away. There's George Martin in a collection. He was the producer of the Beatles, many other groups. Let's see, this had collaborations from Robin Williams and Bobby McFerrin, Come Together. A Hard Day's Night, Goldie Hawn. A Day in the Life by Jeff Beck. Here, There, and Everywhere, Celine Dion. Because, Vanessa Mae. I Am the Walrus, done by Jim Carrey. Here Comes the Sun by John Williams. Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite, Billy Connolly. The Pepperland Suite, George Martin. Pepperland March of the Meanies, Sea of Monsters, Pepperland Reprise. Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, The End, Phil Collins. Friends and Lovers, George Martin, and In My Life, Sean Connery. I got this back in 98. It's George Martin, producer, and all those Beatles songs. And there's John Lennon there. Some pictures in there. Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, John Lennon, George Harrison, and George Martin. There they are again, getting a gold record. Here's George and his wife. Her name is Giles Martin. All right, and that's it. I thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button and you'll see more of these great videos. This is collaboration video number 1. I thank you for watching.